Okay, so I keep telling myself that I'm going to be much more selective about the puzzles that I bring into my collection. And then, um, guys. All right, so before you guys get concerned about me, I've actually been collecting all these boxes for like 2 or 3 months now. I was going to make this video a lot earlier. I was going to post it to go up while I was in Alaska so that there wasn't such a long break. But then I just got really busy doing the 9,000 piece puzzle, so I'm doing it now. Honestly, it's been so long with some of these that I don't even remember what's inside, so we're all gonna find out together. So this is from a woman named Carolyn, and inside this box are so many of my holy grail puzzles. Like, you guys don't even know. Oh my god, I see the first one. This is a puzzle I have wanted for so long. Oh wow! Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Ah! This is the prettiest puzzle I've ever seen. So this is the Frustrator. It is by Eaton, and I talked about it in my Rare Puzzles series. This is like the only puzzle that Eaton ever released that had this kind of shiny texture on it, and it's perfect for my puzzle collection. And I've had a few different people reach out to me since I started talking about this, basically saying that they had one, but nobody really wanted to give it up. So finally, Carolyn was like, I have one if you want to buy it off of me. And I was like, yes, yes I do. Yes I do. Okay, this next one, there's a little bit of a story behind it. So as you guys know, I have been researching Gamophiles and Nordevco, which were 2 puzzle companies that were active back in the 80s. No, the 70s. Sorry, the 70s. Well, Nordevco was also active in the 80s. Anyway, I realized as I was researching them that I don't necessarily have to own every single one of the puzzles they released. It is just so satisfying for me to basically make a spreadsheet cataloging all of their products so I can see them all in one place. And so to do that, I just typed in Nordevco into the WorthPoint search bar, and then I scrolled through all of the different pages of results, and something like 20 pages in, there was this one listing that was not really like categorized properly. It was buried so deep, and it was for a holographic puzzle, but there was only one really bad photo. So of course I added it to the list, and I was like, I need to get this puzzle, but it was not available anywhere. I couldn't find any information besides that one listing. And then completely out of the blue, this woman, Carolyn, messages me on Facebook and is like, hey, so I have some puzzles you might be interested in. And one of the puzzles she had was my new ultimate Holy Grail holographic puzzle. And she sent me all these high quality photos, and it completely blew my mind. Like the timing, everything. And also it's still sealed. It's gonna be so hard to open this up because it's so rare. So this is the ultimate jigsaw puzzle. Sure enough, it is this just holographic design, no picture, just the same pattern over the entire thing. I can't believe I'm actually holding this. Like this, just like with the Frustrator, this fits so perfectly into my puzzle collection. I'm so thankful to Carolyn for giving this up and selling it to me. Okay, so I started with what's probably going to be the most exciting puzzles in this whole haul, but the rest are pretty good too. So she had a bunch of the Nordevco puzzles, including this Rubik's Cube one. Oh, I'm now realizing, sitting right in front of the window, that I'm getting a lot of glare. I'll have to film some close-ups. So Nordevco released this series called Games People Play, and I love this Rubik's Cube puzzle. I think it's just so graphic and retro and fun. And then she also threw in the mini Rubik's Cube puzzle and the other mini Rubik's Cube puzzle. So I'll have to double check my spreadsheet, but I think these are all of the Rubik's Cube puzzles that Nordevco released. And now in one shot, I got all three of them. And then we have a very exciting flat puzzle here. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, so in addition to that holographic puzzle that I just showed, when I was scrolling through WorthPoint, I also found these flat holographic puzzles that are so strange because they really didn't release a lot of flat puzzles like this. So again, just more holographic puzzles to add to my collection. Like, I think these are pretty rare, especially because once you open them up and take out the pieces, like, you'll never get them looking new again like this. So maybe I have to get a second copy of each of these so I can keep one shrink wrapped and then I can open one up. Okay, I think that's everything that was in the box, but I actually think there was something inside the yes, there was something inside the frustrator puzzle. So this is another flat holographic puzzle called Manifestations. Unfortunately, this one came apart in the shrink wrap, so I'll have to decide if I'm gonna open that up or if I'm just gonna leave it. But to have all three of these here as a part of my collection is so exciting. These are so rare. Okay, well, that was an incredible haul to start off this video. Like, that could have been an entire video, but we still have so much more to get through. Let's just grab this one. I do not know what's in here. I think maybe I ordered this from eBay? It comes from someone named Dennis. Ooh, well, we have a box in a box. Yes, okay, now I remember. Now I remember. So this is another very rare vintage puzzle. This is the Love Puzzle, released by Synergistics Research Company. I haven't talked about them on here for a little while. I'm still slowly collecting a lot of their products, and one day soon, I promise, I will do my full deep dive into all of their really interesting puzzles. But as soon as this one showed up on eBay, I was like, I'm the one person who's collecting these. I just have to buy them as soon as they show up. Moving on, we have, okay, this one is interesting. This one came all the way from Germany, and usually when I get stuff from Germany, it comes from Ravensburger, but the return address for this one is not from Ravensburger, so I don't know what's in here. Okay, it's definitely a puzzle. Whose puzzle is this? Oh my god, this just barely fits in the box. I cannot get it out. Okay, this comes from a company called Elpuz. Okay, so their whole thing is they invented this way where they have numbers and letters crossing on the back of the puzzle. And so if you don't know where a piece goes, you can use that as sort of a cheat sheet. So that's interesting. I'll have to give that a try. This is a very difficult image, so I might have to resort to using that. This is the other image they sent me. It doesn't look quite as hard, but we'll see. Okay, this one I know for sure exactly what it is and who it came from. So recently I was saying that I needed one more Tanya Wicks puzzle because over in the studio I'm one short of having perfect stacks. And Tanya saw that on Instagram and she very kindly sent me this puzzle, which is really beautiful. She puts her own photography onto her puzzles. I just really enjoy them. They come from Australia, so if you're already in Australia, it should be pretty easy to pick these up, and she also ships worldwide. She has been such a great supporter of me on Instagram and online, so I'm always happy to support her back. So this one will move right up the list of my to-do pile so I can get it into those stacks and have them all line up nice and perfectly. Okay, let's take a break from the little boxes. Let's see what we have over here. This one came from Sandy. I don't remember what Sandy was sending me. Oh, okay, I don't know Sandy. This is another eBay purchase. So going back to Gamophiles, you know that I was talking about how they did all of those roadmap puzzles. Well, of course I had to get the New Jersey roadmap. I'm from New Jersey. I'm from Central Jersey. So when one of these showed up on eBay for a pretty good price, I was like, yes, like, I need that. I need that. I'm still planning to do a follow-up video about all the new information I have learned about Gamophiles since the last video where I talked about them. So I'll be solving this in that video. Ooh, okay, this one is something that you guys are gonna be so excited to see. When this puzzle came out, I swear I received hundreds of comments from people asking me if I was going to be solving it. And if you're one of those hundreds of people, you know exactly what is in here. This is the jigsaw puzzle from 1000. So if you don't know, 1000 is a YouTuber who is an artist, and he painted this entire scene of The Last Supper with all of these new characters he invented and lots of little like Easter eggs throughout. He recently released it as a puzzle. There's also like a mystery to solve, I think. Honestly, there's a lot of videos to catch up on of him actually painting all of this, so I'm not fully caught up on all of the lore. So I'm gonna have to go do some research, watch some videos, but to everyone who was asking if I was gonna get this puzzle, he very kindly got in touch and sent one to me. Okay, so one last box over in this pile. This is actually from my good friend, Sarah Schuler, who is another puzzler. And she sells a lot of vintage puzzles, and she had a couple that she knew I might be interested in, so she offered to sell them to me, and I obviously accepted. All right, we're already seeing a vintage Springbok. So this is one that has been on my list for such a long time. This is Bone Shakers by Springbok. It is so colorful, super graphic. I love the picture. I believe Sarah said there were 2 pieces missing from here. I'll have to double check her email, but there's definitely at least 1 piece missing. But that's fine. I really don't mind missing pieces. And if you try to get this one perfect and complete, it is so expensive. So Sarah gave me a really good deal on this. And then she also threw in this corkboard puzzle from Seco. These are the types of puzzles that I grew up doing. I love the cork puzzles. So I'm just happy to have another one to sort of add to my childhood puzzle canon. Okay, I was thinking about this more, and I was like, I think I bought more than 2 puzzles from Sarah. And then I opened this up, and sure enough, there are the 2 mini puzzles that I also bought from her. So this will look familiar to everyone who has seen my Gamophiles video. This is one of the mini roadmap puzzles. And then there's also this Boston one, which was basically a re-release of these mini street map puzzles from Nordevco in the early 90s. And these are kind of hard to find pictures of online. I don't really think I have a complete list of how many they made, but now I at least own Boston. Okay, I have 3 more little ones, and then I'll finish up with the big ones. So this is another one that I actually do not know what is inside. Oh, definitely a puzzle. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, so this is my prize from that puzzle competition that I did a couple weeks ago. Remember when I teamed up with Yvonne and then we also did the individual puzzles on the same table? Well, somehow I ended up getting 6th place for individual. And so I won a Cobble Hill puzzle, and this is the one I picked out. It is obviously a gradient. That should be super fun. Okay, this next one was sent to my P.O. box by somebody that I gave my P.O. box address to. On the return address, it just says J, so I hope they put their full name in a card or something so I can say thank you. Oh my god, I remember what this is. Oh my god, this is really special. So this came from a guy named Jerry, and if you don't know, back in the 60s or the 70s, Springbok released a series of state puzzles where it was like an illustrated outline of one of the US states. However, they did not release every single state. And so Jerry decided to do his own personal project where he created a puzzle in the exact same style for Missouri, which I'm pretty sure is his home state. And the scale fits in next to the Springbok puzzles. So he illustrated this, got it printed, got it cut, and he made an extra one and he offered to send it to me. And this is like a true art piece. Like the illustration is beautiful. The fact that he got it cut into like a wooden puzzle is just like, I feel honored that he wanted me to have this for my collection. So now that I have this, I'm gonna have to get all of the state puzzles, at least the ones that connect to this one. Oh my god, I didn't even see. He put Karen Puzzles Special Edition on the cover. That is so nice. All right, this one is not a handmade art piece, but it is still very exciting because it comes from Piecework, and I love Piecework puzzles. Okay, so we have a green one. This is called Triumph of Gluttony. And we have a purple one called Sin Sin. C-I-N-C-I-N. I don't know what that means. Is that Italian? Anyway, that's the picture. Super fun. I love their photography with all this different, like all the different props and things going on. I love Piecework puzzles, so definitely putting these on the to-do list. All right, we have finally made it to the big boxes. Oh my god, did you hear that? As I turn to the box, you just hear puzzle pieces moving around. So I actually know what is in here. This one and this one actually came from the same person. I bought a ton of puzzles from him. Oh my gosh! There are so many of them. So these came from Steven. Oh my gosh, they're dusty. Luckily, most of them are shrink wrapped. Okay, let me get all of these out and then I'll show you all of the details. Okay, here's the second box. So I'm just gonna get all of them out and then I'll show you everything that he sent me. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's basically 2 series of puzzles. These are the talking jigsaw puzzles. So basically, it's like a cartoon image that you're putting together, but the pieces are interchangeable with each other. So it's not a unique piece cut, so you have to use the picture to put it together and basically make a conversation as you go through all of these boxes in the images. And the picture that's on the front is not what the final image looks like. And then there's also is this the beach? Yeah, it doesn't have a specific title, but this one is a beach theme. And then this one is the hospital. Okay, I didn't realize that when it says two-sided, it's not the cartoon images on both sides. It looks like on the back, they just have this graphic with congratulations written in all different fonts. I guess you can flip it over and check your work. And then I didn't even know they made these. They made kids versions of this series. So this one is the school, and then this one is the haunted house. Oh wow, look at these pieces. I hadn't opened this up before. They're huge. So there's only 108 pieces in these, and they're much, much bigger. So each square is only made of 2 pieces instead of 4. So these aren't particularly rare, but to get them individually on eBay would be a little pricey. So I was just so thrilled to get all of them all at once. And then the other box, that was loud. Okay, and then the other box that he sent me are these 3D mystery jigsaw puzzles. These have been on my list for a while. Basically, it's not a 3D puzzle in the same sense as like Puzz 3Ds where you're making like a full-on castle. You're really just making 4 panels that I think fit together maybe over the box. I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, they do. They fit together over the box. And then again, you have to read through the panels to solve the mystery. So this one is Culprit Castle, and then there's also a Hotel Whodunit, and then we have a Calicop Casualty Company. I guess this is just like a workplace. Then we have Last Resort, which I think is like a hotel. And we have Testimony Tower, which looks like it's a police station. Or potentially a house, like an apartment building, and just police investigating. I don't know. Anyway, I'm definitely gonna have to solve one of these in a video soon because I think it's such a unique concept. But how am I gonna pick which one? Now I suddenly, after having 0, now suddenly I have 5. So a huge thank you to Steven for sending those to me. And I know he sent them like 2 months ago. I feel so bad. It took me so long to open this and show them on the channel. Okay, so finally we just have 1 box left, and I think we all know what this is. This is from Ebu. They every quarter they send me a giant box of like 8 new puzzles. So that's why on Instagram you'll see me doing so many Ebu puzzles because they're just always there for me to do. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. How many is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 new puzzles. I still have so many from the last box that I haven't done. So, okay, rapid fire. Let's just see what we've got. This one is called Lavender Kitchen. Ooh, okay, this one I specifically asked for. It's called 100 Great Words. Then we've got another 500 called 4 Birds. Another 500 called Cats of the World. I already did one just like this called Dogs of the World. So, yeah, excited to do the cats one. A 1,000-piece puzzle called Alchemist's Library. This one is called Cats in Windows. This is beautiful, actually. Ooh, I'm excited to do this one. Then we've got Seaside Harbor, Artist and Daughter. This feels like kind of a new art style for them. It's very like collage focused. Then we've got The Alchemist's Home. A lot of alchemy in this batch. Then, oh, Dogs of the World. I already did this one. Yeah, this is a duplicate. They sent this to me a while ago, so this will go straight into the giveaway pile. And then finally, Lisbon. What a nice picture. And oh my gosh, that was a lot of puzzles. And that's not even it, because I know I have a box from Les Puzz on its way to me right now. Okay, my Les Puzz box got here a few hours after I finished filming. Let's see what's inside. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, they sent me 2 puzzles. This one is a Perler Bead design. If you guys know about my history on the internet, you know why this is so exciting for me. And then this one is a summertime design, and I love this. 1000 SPF puzzle instead of piece puzzle. So here's the back of the boxes. Such good graphic design. And for the Perler Bead ones, they have these little patterns for you to make your own Perler Bead designs. But I think that was a great haul. So many interesting vintage and modern puzzles. Okay, I filmed all of that like a week ago, and I just went to my P.O. box again. I have a little box, and I have another giant box full of vintage puzzles. So I'm actually gonna open these in an exclusive video over on Patreon, so you can head over there if you wanna watch that. Oh my god, I'm actually scared those are all gonna topple over on top of me. Like, these are so precarious. There's even another box that I couldn't even fit on the stack because I genuinely, like, I can't even reach up there anymore. I had to climb on my desk to get the top one up there. Okay, how do I get this all down? Don't fall on my head, don't fall on my head. Oh my god.